Hey guys, welcome to our review of Lupinranger versus Patranger versus Kyuranger, the movie! As always, I'm your host, the President Stratos. Here with me today we have...
Liz. And Makotoa.
Welcome back to Toku Week, day whatever the hell this one is. I don't know what order this is in, but the day of it, and we just got done watching this episode. This movie, I guess. I don't know. I legitimately thought that Soldier was supposed to be a part of this. That's why it's like part of the Toku Week schedule.
Yeah. But I guess we can just deliver this to you guys a little late, but it's here. And
and you know what? This like with this movie, it was delivered to us. It's here.
Yeah.
I fail to see not necessarily the point of the movie, because like I feel like the point of the movie was just to get all of them together, fill some contracts, and that was it. But there was no effort made to put a story together, and like they did a really good thing of sidelining a chunk of their cast in favor of like the people in actual human suits, actual human people, human actors. But like they didn't do anything else with that time. They didn't really like any of the character interactions. They were kind of I don't know.
Yeah, like honestly, like it's so hard to like review this from like a serious standpoint because like from the get-go, this was meant to be a comedic, like really like laid back movie. And like as you said, like maybe to fulfill some like contracts, just do whatever the heck they wanted to do. Like
pretty much, yeah.
That Kogre scene when they just kind of like dressed up out of nowhere, like maybe something got cut there, but like they didn't care. They wanted Kogre to do his little bit, and that's like what a lot of this movie was, just a bunch of characters doing a bit.
Yeah, pretty
Some
much.
of it like fell flat. A lot of it fell flat for me at least.
Yeah.
But like there were some shining moments, some gems. So all in all, I feel like it was a watchable experience.
It was a Super Sentai party, It was like, hey guys, we got snacks. Like, come hang out. Maybe we'll film something. Oh, hey, hey, you're from freaking Zyuranger. You want to come too? You're just here. You might as well. Like, let's throw something.
Zyuranger.
But yeah, like Zyuranger, right?
Yeah, I heard that he was coming back. I'm glad I forgot, but then I realized in watching this there was no point in having been spoiled because he did sort of show up.
He did.
I was really hoping they cut back to him one last time of him being like, "You guys left me out of the Zord fight," or something like that. But he was just there as like set dressing, which was good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like honestly, I was kind of hoping that when Don Arkake just turned into like the giant form, he would have dropped his sword out of nowhere. Like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, the main Rangers aren't even fighting him yet.
Who is this guy? I mean, the show itself was dropping those, like, why are you here? Or, like, what's going on? Multiple different times through the show. It was like, what is happening?
Yeah. And
so they weren't taking themselves too seriously, which helped.
Yeah.
Like, that worked in, like, the finale, I guess. Because, like, we're kind of used to it in at least Sentai for them to kind of do whatever the heck works as long as it's fun. And it was. Like, I felt like most of the fight scenes in this were just, like, god-awful, except for, like, the one at the very end. Because, like, usually when they have, like, the fodder fights, it's, like, whatever. And, like, they just got to do their thing. But it looked pretty nice. Like, they were doing some pretty neat stuff over there.
Like, and then I feel like with some of those earlier fights, a lot of them were in like more cramped spaces than I think they're used to.
Yeah,
because they're usually used to having the camera bob and weave throughout the entire scene and like them jumping over it.
Yeah, well, then why'd they film it in Faust?
I mean, I noticed that they were in like some weird really small room for the like. Remember what was the pig with the different
different ways to blow his house down?
Yeah. Missed opportunity that they didn't have Garu there for that, but I guess it was one of those. Yeah, we're gonna have all the human actors out here and save the suit actors for the end, which that's fine. And I mean that was another thing, Corey. It's like for me going into it, I was a little bit hoping that we might have some slight developments in the status quo for certain teams, you know, like yellow and pink, right? But I mean, I guess that's not this kind of movie. It's just a funsy movie that is throwaway. You didn't have to watch it. And I think honestly, like it's better that we waited so long to see this because if we watched this when those shows were still fresh in our mind, it would have felt really stale, I think.
I don't know, because like considering I don't know, I just really would have liked, because with crossovers, what you're more interested in is not only like catching up with what they're up to now, because that's not always necessary, and there are other movies where we've seen that happen.
Yeah.
Already, so I'm fine with that. What I did want was like some nice character interactions between the characters, and like the biggest relationship they sort of tried to develop was between Lucky and Keiichiro, and it didn't work.
I disagree. I think that the biggest one that we really got was at the beginning with the thieves. I like that.
Yeah, like honestly, I felt like the Keiichiro Lucky one kind of worked a little bit well, just because, you know, like it's a very base level thing, but he learns to kind of like trust him. Like his interactions with Lucky kind of reminded me of like just like Kyuranger, like early Kyuranger, where like Lucky was just kind of like the idiot on the team, but like, you know, like slowly as the series developed, you know, he's become like someone that they could really trust. So like in those clutch moments, you know, Keiichiro like grew to trust him, which was necessary, I feel like.
I don't know. I just felt like maybe they could have done a bit more. Like I think for me, it was the dialogue between them that I wasn't really on board with.
Nobody ever like plans Lucky's dialogue. It's always crap tier.
You're not wrong. Absolutely.
That's why I couldn't quite connect to it, because he's had some fairly decent like rallying cries. Like the one that jumps to mind was the one where Pink got her powers, like, and all the people's hopes were being sucked out of them, and he was saying, what's the point in living if you have nothing to hope and dream for? You know, like you might as well be dead. Like he's had some pretty solid writing behind him, and he's been through so much. I did appreciate how he was like, I will follow these laws because I live in a world where there are none. I thought that was the best part of the character interactions for me. But after that, it sort of fell apart.
A lot of the dialogue was just like they'd say things to each other and then respond with something that didn't make sense to that. Multiple times.
Like Yellow was talking about something like a dish or whatever, and then Blue just said, yes, that means we have to hit him at the right time or something.
Yeah, we'll do our best to try and beat him. Great.
I don't know. I'm not gonna be too like serious on like those types of
I thought it
quips,
was funny.
But like they might also be like Japanese type like jokes or like puns, so I'm gonna be like a bit more I'm gonna give him more leniency there. Just like another like point about what I kind of expected from the crossover, like as Corey said, like the interactions between like the two teams, I felt like they're a bit like too scattered at times. And while I did like, you know, the BN Thieves and like the Lupinrangers, they don't mesh like all too well because they kind of like are in their own little circles and they're just like in the same area instead of like being like a unit that was like in this whole movie. But they don't really care about developing any of that. And then like we have like half the Kyuranger's like not even there. So like we're just like Lucky's the
Also-
only one interacting with the cops. Like, come on.
And like the entire inciting incident, I completely glossed over when they said why they were kidnapping them. What was that about?
I have no idea.
Wait.
I mean, it was like a gangler plot, that one, right? No, it wasn't, because he just...
The ganglers came out of nowhere.
Jealous Shito and Minato were just trying to extort people from money, right? Right?
But why?
I don't know.
They got warped. That's right. They got warped to the planet for some reason. Was that ever explained?
No. It just happened.
They just got they were on their tour and they got randomly warped to planet Earth and they needed a bus ride back home.
I mean, well, here's
something?
an idea. Here's an idea. What if Joe the World did all of it so he could orchestrate friends to come hang out with and then show up to the final battle for?
You know, that is totally in the realm of possibilities. Like, this is probably the strongest theory I've heard so far. Granted, it's the only one, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I guess, I don't know. I stopped caring. After a while, once you get to the final fight, you could just turn your brain off and just have a good time. Because like I was looking for those moments between the characters that I would really connect with, but when they weren't hitting, you always have like the final battle to lean on, and that was something I was afraid we weren't gonna get, something big and expensive, because this didn't seem like a place where they had, I don't know, budget, money,
boy,
any of that.
Yeah.
So
the
I'm
plot
glad
and writing, the plot and writing were not showing budget, so
they were suffering. But it did end up being pretty. Oh wait, except that drone shot, that stupid drone shot where it like flew over and you're like, oh shoot, the drone's back. We're gonna get something real nice. And then it just curved, and then it's like, why would you go in that tank? Just try it again when you run out of time. What happened?
It was windy, dude.
Oh my god. That was the worst. Anyway, yeah, I'm done complaining about this. You guys?
No.
To see everybody's
Honor Pocket was one of the worst.
That was trash.
But what? In a while.
I mean, like he bathed. Yeah, he bathed in some juice that was in somebody. Like that's how you knew. That's how you knew this was such a throwaway plot, because it came out of this guy's guitar.
You have to be very intoxicated to think of that plot. So they're after this dude's guitar.
No,
Why? Because it has unlimited power in it.
And they're after Space Michael Jackson's guitar.
It's because they had those actors available, and they were like, "We want to use you guys, so we're gonna write something that includes you."
That actor and that suit available.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
The Challenge Shito suit is evergreen.
I don't know. I feel like half it's like decayed. That's why they gave it the wig. I'm totally done.
Done, Michael? You done?
We should.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Because I know this one's a bit of a slog, but hey, it's Toku Week, and that's what we're doing. We're catching up on all the stuff we've been missing. We've got our watch along. If you missed that, go ahead and check that out. Don't forget, tomorrow is gonna be another episode of Toku Week. We're probably gonna be either watching another movie or we're gonna be doing episode 0 of Kyuranger. I said it at the top of the week. I will finalize the schedule at the top of the week. So check out our watch along and review of the end of Ryu Soldier this week with like the full schedule. because I don't presently know it in this timeline. Guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
Like Minato's guitar.
Oh. Bathe in it. Bathe in the juices.
Bueno!
Yeah.
The Re-Soldier movie's only 30 minutes long. Are you guys able?
I could probably do it.
Hell yeah.